Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm Jeremiah.
And we made it safely out of Halloween.
That's right.
And by the way, we'd like to say a quick thank you to James Jude Courtney, Michael Myers. He came on. He was great. That's the second time he's been on the show. We got a promise, I believe, on air, but we definitely got one off air of him coming back for the next Halloween movie.
I think I kept it out of the show. I can't remember. Maybe
we're not keeping that out of the show.
Either way,
this is either a huge hype for this coming Halloween,
yes,
or a huge disappointment.
Yes. Hey, everybody, want to be disappointed by the Lost at Home podcast? Well, just keep listening because we are a podcast about things.
Yeah, we take the weirdest news stories from the internet. We regurgitate them on the show as roughly and crassly as we can. Mm-hmm. And what we get out of that is some new content. That's for you people to take as you want. You can listen to us, you can laugh, you can smile, you can puke. But you can also take this new content and run with it. We come up with ideas for movies, TV shows, comics, I don't know, stand-up acts, recipe books, clothing lines, you name it. And you know what? It's all copyright free. You can run with it. All we ask for is if we say we want to own it, you respect that and don't do anything with it. And if you do run with it, you give us a little mention.
A little nod here, okay?
Like if it's a movie, like based on a story by Scott and Jer, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Give us all the money.
Yep. And what we like to do when we start the show is plug a few things and talk about a few updates and do a few other background things. And then we get into the show proper with bullet points where we kind of run through news stories that don't really have enough content to talk about much outside of the title.
Regardless of the fact that we usually do turn that into about half the show. But you know what? We still, every time, want to go into it just saying, like, hey, we'll just read the headlines. So.
And then we hit web droppings, which is the meat and potatoes of the show where we actually talk about the weird news stories and make the weird content. I think the only update we have right now is I want to mention that we have our website up. It's new, it's brand new, it's flashy, it's smashy. The old one was just getting outdated, and we really needed to revamp it. So we tore it down, built it back up better. And if you go to thelosthomepodcast.com, you can check out the new website. Yep. And I would highlight that, yes, it's a podcast website. Why do you want to listen to the podcast on the website? You don't have to. There's video links and audio links and playlists.
There's stuff that you don't get.
Tons of music and video content that we made on the show.
Some YouTube stuff. There's some, obviously, some links out to, like straight up playlist of music.
There's a holiday playlist for Christmas on there, a full one, and a Halloween one.
And I think we've got all this, when we first started the show, the first, 50 episodes or whatever, I created, probably 10 songs for the first, 10 5-star reviews we got.
And we have that as a playlist too.
Yeah, so you can actually listen to it, as opposed to going back and having to listen, because I wouldn't want to listen to the first 10 episodes of our show, because it would be awful. It's probably fine. But
we also tried an experiment.
We
tried an experiment with Patreon at one point, which we let go. We didn't care. Yeah. But we made a lot of content on there, which were more episodic. So that's also under Lost and Found on the website. We have episodes of Meet the Northrops TV show we made. We have
the audio TV show.
Yep, the audio TV show. Hey, it's got a laugh track. It's a TV show. Yep. We did the role-playing game TV show kind of thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. All the episodes of that are up there.
I forgot about all the stuff we did on Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of content on there, and more to come. We're digging up still stuff from the basement, and we're gonna be adding new stuff as it's created. So make sure to go over to losthomepodcast.com and fuck around there for a while.
Click
around. We don't have any ads. We don't get paid for this, so it's mainly just for you guys. We want you to hear our content.
Enjoy it. Just have fun.
Besides that, with the holidays upon us, we are moving swiftly past Halloween into Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's.
I mean, we are almost as far away from Halloween again as we will ever be. Like about a week.
The longest night.
This is
actually that's December 20th.
But we keep the spooky content going regardless, but we do like to just have some fun with the holiday stuff as it comes, because you and I are not big Christmas fans, and Thanksgiving's a non-holiday. I mean, I like the food. That's great. But like
the celebration of genocide, that doesn't get you rock hard.
It does, yeah. That's right. Holocaust Day. Let's not celebrate that, please.
Let's see if we can kill as many turkeys on a single day as we killed the Native Americans. Eh?
Hoax.
Yes. The Native American Holocaust denier.
Christopher Columbus came to North America. It was empty of any people, and we just stayed here, and then we made the Chinese people build our railroads. Done.
Word.
Black people don't exist either. I'm a Negro denier as well.
You sound like someone ranting on Telegram after walking back from the JFK resurrection rally.
Oh my God,
when he didn't appear.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just because JFK Jr. doesn't exist, I mean, you know what else doesn't exist? Black people. Yeah, that's right. Just a bunch of woke Democrat Antifas in blackface making us think we're racist by saying the N-word. But there's not even such thing as the N-word because they don't exist. Can I say it now? Can I? No, still not allowed to say it. Okay.
Yeah, we figured this early part of the show we could do a holiday thing, and our last holiday thing was picking out horror movie ideas for people to watch, and based on our recommendations, I hope some of you guys found something new to listen to, or watch, sorry. Podcasting format, listen to, blah, blah, blah. Right, let me explain my mistake a little bit longer.
Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead. The rest of the show is about explaining mistakes.
But I thought people don't buy Christmas gifts the day before Christmas, and in the past we used to do Christmas gift ideas like literally the week before the Christmas episode.
Yeah.
So why not drag it out a little bit since people are already shopping now? Black Friday's only like 2 weeks away.
Well, especially now with, I mean, I'm not going to get into all the crazy stuff about shipping craziness, but people have to...
Dude, that shipping stuff rocks. Everything has been coming late, and every company is apologetic. I told you about that big purchase I made the other day.
Yes.
I complained through their chat thing today on Amazon, and they
Like,
gave me $10 back.
No, dude, yeah.
And another thing I was getting from another company, they sent me an email. I didn't even need to ask. They're like, "We're really sorry, it's coming late. Here's $5 back." I'm making money hand over fist, and guess what? I don't need things on time. I really don't.
No, this is
unless it's insulin, which I don't take. I just hoard it.
You are so evil. I want all the insulin, please.
I'm not even diabetic. I just hoard insulin. I'm just getting all this black market cash handed to me by these billion-dollar corporations because of supply chain issues.
We'll also make a hand over fist in your black market insulin fucking operation.
Dude, someday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stockpile it to the point where it's actually a fortune, and then some congressional thing will go through where they finally release it for $1 a pop.
Yeah.
And I'll be broke.
Well, that's why you gotta just get out just in time, just like Bitcoin.
Working on it. My stockpile's not all the way there.
Okay, you just got a little bit more. That's how
always chasing the insulin dragon. Like a dirty diabetic.
Yeah. Like a dirty diabetic.
Look at him shooting up that insulin, chasing the dragon.
Chasing the dragon. Trying to live, you mean? Yeah, you're chasing that dragon of life. I just honestly, I can't eat candy bars.
I can't have cake on my birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Just use fishing pole with a piece of a thing of insulin on it. Just somebody chasing after it. Oh my God. Sorry, diabetics. I have a lot of diabetics in my family. I'm probably diabetic. I'm going to die from that. I'm going to be hitting you up. I'm going to be robbing your place.
You can hit my stockpile.
Yeah.
Buy low, sell high. All right, so this is a two.
Buy low blood sugar, sell high blood sugar.
Well, this is actually a twofer then. We're not only jumping into this because it makes more sense because people are shopping now, but also with supply chain issues.
Yeah.
Your gifts are not going to arrive on time, so maybe start thinking of others.
But here's the thing, if they don't, follow Scott's advice and just complain and get a few fucking dollars back, man.
Follow my blog. You want some insulin cuck?
.com. You want some insulin? Okay, don't let me buy that domain name because every time we do
you want some
stupid
insulin
domain
now,
names,
cuck?
Every time we have a stupid domain name idea, I buy it. I just barely got rid of quaidbang.com. That must have come from our site. I mean, from our podcast. I don't remember. Yeah, quaidbang.com. I don't know if it was Randy Quaid or if it was Quaid as in Total Recall Quaid, but either way.
Yeah. Well, I got two gift ideas I threw into this week's show because I brought this late to the game and I didn't give Jared a good idea and a heads up that it was happening, so he doesn't have his own. I have two, and one I'll breeze over quickly. Bacon flavored lube.
Yep.
I was listening to
What
another
else
podcast.
do you need to know?
I literally ripped it off of them. It exists. There's one company called Oink and Boink that makes it where they actually brag on their website that it is vegan and kosher.
Sweet, but it tastes like
tastes like bacon.
So it's sort of like the Impossible Lube. Yeah.
Ooh,
New idea.
I'm adding that to the show notes. Impossible Lube.
Yeah. You sick of having Impossible Lube? Might be the name of the episode actually.
It might be.
No.
The fact that there's like beyond
lube, impossible lube. That we were talking about competing brands. That would be it. Like, oh, you sick of having real bacon, your bacon flavored lube? Hey, how about Impossible Lube? And then Beyond Lube is the other one.
I actually I tried either Impossible or Beyond Chicken Nuggets the other day. Yeah. I bought a coupon, so that it was a pound of them for $1.50. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's a lot of meat. Not meat for $1.50.
Yeah.
I threw them in the air fryer and tried them. They taste just like chicken nuggets you get in like grade school at the cafeteria.
Yeah,
like
which
identical.
Are great. Actually, those are still the best chicken nuggets. Yeah,
because it was such pressed meaty shit.
Oh yeah,
the pressed whatever it is. It's the same consistency
of
flavor.
McDonald's and
it was
Burger King chicken nuggets
with.
are not very much chicken anyways. Mostly like fat and water and oil. So.
Mostly ground up gym mats. Was that Simpsons?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, is like real chicken nuggets really aren't much chicken, so eating the veggie ones, I was like, damn, these remind me of grade school.
Yeah.
When they would like give you like the shitty lunch, which actually wasn't that shitty back then.
Yeah, it was a free lunch, yeah.
Now it's shitty. Now I think they give you like gulag and...
Yeah.
Or no, wait, goulash.
They send you to the gulag for school lunch. Hello, I'm poor.
Gulag and goulash are way too close, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you mean the gulag? Goulash. Where do you get goulash? The gulag.
All right, poor. Go to the gulag for the goulash.
Did you just say poor?
Yeah.
Someone's name, P-O-R, poor.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
You named me what I became.
Yeah, sometime a name makes a man.
All right, my other gift idea is the Krampus UHD 4K Director's Cut Blu-ray coming December 7th.
Yep.
They let the creator of it. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Do you remember it off the top of your head?
You're talking Michael Dougherty, right?
Yes, who made Trick or Treat.
Yep.
One of the best Halloween movies ever. Krampus is literally the best Krampus movie ever.
And honestly, like even like outside of a Krampus movie, it's just one of the best holiday movies. It's fucking amazing. I was like, rare exports.
I'm making a list of holiday, any movie that takes place during the snow season, winter, anything. Yeah. I'm making a list of in my notes of those right now.
Oh,
I'm going to throw it somewhere on the website if you want to collaborate.
I will share because I actually have a list of those myself because every summer I go into outdoor survival horror mode, and in the winter I actually there's like 3 or 4 movies I literally did not watch that I wanted to watch
me too.
During the summer that I'm #me too, and then we during the I think we're using it right. We're like during the I'm like I want this during the winter month. Like there's actually one that I'm specifically gonna watch closer to Christmas that like for 2 years it's been out and I keep meaning to watch it and I forget. It's called I Trapped the Devil and it takes place on Christmas. It's on Hulu or something like that.
I Trapped the Devil.
Yeah, I've not watched it, but I can share probably at least a half a dozen movies with you. So.
Yep, I started already. I watched The Decline the other day.
I've never seen that. Yeah.
It's a survivalist outdoor movie, but it takes place in the winter.
Have you ever seen I think the Children? It's a UK. It's one of my favorite winter movies. Kids die. It's Evil Children. It's fucking amazing.
Nope, but it's my list.
UK. I would watch that as soon as possible. It's one of my favorites.
Here we can actually talk shop.
Yeah, this is now. Remember, we were like, oh, we're not going to do any movie recommendations.
Picks,
yeah, we are. By the way, watch Censor. Everybody watch Censor on Hulu. It's one of the best horror movies I've seen. Easily one of the best this year. One of the best in the last 5-10 years I've seen. Period. So,
right, get Krampus for your loved one who likes
the naughty cut. It's
likes good movies. It includes...
It's got Dolby Atmos, which is nice.
It is R-rated as opposed to the original, which is PG-13.
Yeah, they got some fucks and shits and piss and cunts in there.
It's 2 discs, too, with a lot of behind the scenes, including
1 disc of Jess swears. It's great. It's not true. But yeah. Also, gonna be awesome. I will probably pick this up because I do watch this movie every year, and I would actually like to see some of the special features and stuff.
I'm gonna buy it legit because I want to watch everything on it.
We should get together and then do a talk shop. We'll get together and do a little viewing of this year.
Sounds good.
Yeah, after December 7th, apparently. All right. So,
that moves the show right into bullet points.
Bullet points. Pew, pew, pew. Shoot your mom.
All right, first bullet point.
Don't shoot your mom. Lost at Home podcast wants to say do not shoot your mom.
Jesus Christ.
It's funny. We have to actually be more careful about that than members of Congress could say hey, I'm just going to kill this person. But we as a podcast have to be more responsible than
we're not millionaire
yes
people.
Cunts. We're just cunts.
Bullet points. This is a Halloween update because I forgot to include this in our Halloween bullet points.
That's too bad. Yeah,
it's a slightly older
I did
story.
Not. I did not see it until
I saw it and I spaced it. So there is a company that ranks horror movies based on how scary they are through metrics of like blood pressure, heart rate, etc. They hook people up in a room. They make them watch horror movies. We reported on this a few years ago, probably last year, honestly, that Sinister was found to be the scariest horror movie by biometrics.
Yeah, which honestly, it was definitely like just to make some clickbait for people because the people are going to get frustrated and pissed off about it.
I'm sure
we didn't. We're like, hey,
they also didn't show them like
based
probably
on,
really scary movies.
Based on the metric, I'm pretty sure they're not like, hey, here's Martyrs, or like they're not showing them fucking
Last House on the Left. I Spit on Your Grave.
A lot of rape revenge thrillers here. Yeah, no. We just show the rape part. Trying to keep it pre-Me Too.
So Sinister was the scariest based on their last survey. They redid it again, and it's not a survey, it's a study, sorry. Host was the newest one based on scares, and I get it. Because Host is it does subvert you a little bit in the fact that it is an entire Zoom horror movie.
It's 56 minutes. I will say Host, because that was actually, I remember when that first came out. I highly
you told me to watch it, and I watched it outside in a tent next to a campfire.
Yes, that's cool.
That was a great setting to watch it.
I watched it like by myself, complete like dark, and I was trying to tell everybody else like, oh, you got to watch this, and like my sister was like, I want to do the opposite of that. I don't want to be that scared. And she's watched it like 4 or 5 times, and she still gets, and she still gets the.
I saw it the once, and I was good.
Yeah, they're like the jump scare. Like she gets like certain ones. Even when she expects them, they still get her to this day. I like the fact that it's 56 minutes long or something like that. Because,
short.
Yeah.
The best horror movies are short horror movies.
And also, like, I'm wondering now if I watch that in a couple of years, if it's going to hit me as hard. That happened toward the beginning of the pandemic, where we were all
enclosed.
A
pandemic film,
so it's definitely like it played on the anxieties of the pandemic.
There's very few pandemic horror films.
I actually, like
there's that one that everyone said they hated about COVID-22. Songbird.
Oh, no.
It's on Hulu, or no, it's on something. It's on some service.
I do want to watch Ben Wheatley's In the Earth.
Songbird.
No. There's I do want to watch In the Earth by Ben Wheatley, which was made during the pandemic, and it has to do about the pandemic. But it's supposed to be it's like an eco horror, but it's supposed to be not as good as other Ben Wheatley stuff. Ben Wheatley has done.
He was the kid in Star Trek Next Generation, right?
Of course he was. Scott.
No, that's Will Wheaton.
Yes, it's not.
No.
Ben Wheatley and Will. Yeah, are they related? No, because they have different names. But they're like sort of related, like half brothers because they have half the same name. No, Ben Wheatley is the Kill List director and a whole bunch of other.
Is that a new verb?
What?
He's the Kill List director.
Kill List director. He's got some great folk horror under his belt.
Okay. Hey, look how this bullet point went.
Yeah, look at that.
You're not wrong. You really are not wrong that we really drag out the bullet points.
Talk about movies.
I know.
Yeah, so Host, great movie. Everybody, if you haven't seen it, go to download Shudder. They are still never going to be a sponsor of ours, but I will always sing their praises. I have been with them since public beta when their shit didn't work. I paid for their service when I couldn't watch a movie for months because they just... Every movie stopped like 40 minutes in. It was the fucking worst. But anyway,
I started after the public beta, like immediately after.
Yeah, but like public beta cost the same amount. I was paying for public beta access.
You paid for their developers to fix their shit.
I did. I thought, you're welcome, fuck faces. So anyway, go. Usually you can find a code that gets you like 30 days free, and it's definitely worth it.
Shudder's awesome. Just go fucking watch Shudder,
dude. Every week they're releasing new badass shit. The Creep Show. I haven't watched all of the season.
Pay us Shudder. We're literally wasting literal minutes of our show hawking your platform.
Yeah, because we went from host.
Hey, let's hawk our own platform.
All right.
Go to shitter.com.
Actually, I have accidentally typed in SHIDDER so many times because of where they like. So every once in a while, I was like, I want to create shitter.com. But I'm not going to buy that domain, Scott. Don't you fucking make me. Don't you fucking make me do another Quaid bang on this.
No, let's not do that. All right, next bullet point.
Shitter.com.
Nintendo promises next Nintendo console will launch in the next 79 years. They put out a press release to all the CEOs, all the people with the money, all the stockholders, etc., talking about...
Hey, we'll get to it.
Talking about the future of their consoles. And they promised a new console, but it looks like someone didn't finish filling out the copy that they were handed. Yep. And it literally says 20XX. and there are only 79 years left in 20.
Yes, yeah.
So we know definitively now, in the next 79 years, there's definitely gonna be another Nintendo.
So that nice little typo made for like a promise. It's a promise.
It's a promise. They're not done.
Hey, sometime this century.
It'd be funny if Nintendo's like mic drop. Switch is as good as it gets.
Yeah.
We peaked at Switch.
In 2099, they released Switch 1.1. And it's literally just like slightly updated graphics, but people are still using it because it's a fucking sweet system. But I don't have one.
Actually, as a gamer, upgraded graphics right now is my biggest piss and moan thing. There's a ton of new games coming out, and guess what? Every fucking single one of them is, because there's no new games coming out. They're all graphical updates and redevelopments of old games for new consoles.
Yeah.
Like Grand Theft Auto 3 or 4 is coming back out for PS5. But Grand Theft Auto 6, which should have been out last year,
Gonna come in 20XX.
is probably about 5 years off
79
now.
years away.
Yeah. Like,
It's gonna come out with Switch 1.1.
I get what they're doing. They're trying to placate everyone because everyone's getting antsy, wondering where these fucking games are, because they're behind on like 20 main titles.
I mean, I will be.
And when they say like, well, it's going to be like 5 more years to get this game out that should have been out this year. But in the meantime, you could totally play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas 4K made for PS5. It's like, do you know how many of your people worked on it to get that upconvert that could have just worked on the main game and got it out 2 years sooner?
Yeah, I would have rather that, because guess what? I played San Andreas.
I'm not going to buy San Andreas for 4K PS5. I love the game. Guess what I did? I made my character fat eating burgers, because that was one of the best parts of that game, is you could make your character fat. I ran around like a big old tub of lard, just fucking shooting people.
I remember that, dude.
And you had no stamina when you got fat. You could like run like, dude, it was like Homer. You run like 4 steps, and then you'd like put your hands in your knees and huff.
San Andreas was, I was absolutely one of my favorites just to watch people play. It was
a great game, but I have no interest in playing it in 4K.
Yeah, I'd like to just play a new one. How's that? Because honestly, because I'm like, what? Instead of doing that, why don't I just play GTA 5 online? You know, like
I started doing that actually.
Yeah, you were telling me that it's pretty fucking sweet.
Yep.
So,
all right, next bullet point. Bill Bird.
Bill Bird. Bill Bird. That's a great mashup.
Yeah. Big Bird is a communist. God,
Big Bird, but with just like Bill Burr's like voice. Yeah.
Oh, there's
what
a good.
What the fuck?
There's a good empty promise.
Yes. Oh my god.
Just dubbing him.
Oh, that actually I could do, because I've done. Actually, at some point I got to put.
You got a dubbing school?
No, I went. I've got a master's in dubbing. Oh shit! This is accident. I got a minor in dubstepping. Nobody listens to dubstep anymore.
I would watch a whole podcast of Bill Burr if it was just him talking as Big Bird.
No, like, oh, dude, I'm gonna. I will actually do this.
How many empty promises in one episode?
Because I've done the puppet stuff that I did. I love doing that shit. The redubbing of puppets with my own voice and stuff. But I will just take Bill Burr, because anytime you do a puppet, it's just up and down. You know, like it's more rhythmic. So.
Do you have a Big Bird puppet?
I mean, no. I'll literally take actual Big Bird clips from online and just put Bill Burr underneath it and cut and paste the stuff so it works.
Okay,
it will work. Believe me.
Oh no, it will. It will.
Because if you saw the people don't know what I'm talking about, because I never posted it online, but I probably should, and we should post it to the website. Remember those the Lost Home podcast presents the fun with puppets or whatever, and I put the remember those there was
I'm not remembering that.
Okay, I will put them up on. I'll send you. How about this? I will send you.
We did a puppet thing?
I did a puppet thing. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's half of why I don't remember it. I didn't do it
but I put the Lost at Home thing before it, and I will. You know what I'll do? I'll just send you the zip file of all of them, and just you can put them up on a YouTube channel and then link them out. That'll be an actual promise. I will
do that
when we're done.
Let's start with linking out and sharing the things we've done
before we promise. So everybody, when you see that, think about that, and I will do the same kind of thing for the Big Bird. Okay. Honestly, I will. Big Bill Bird.
and the thing we talked about before the show, I'm willing to do the other half of it if you do the first half of it. So we got a lot of promises. You guys don't even know what we talked about before the show.
Yeah.
That'll come up later in a future episode. Oh my god, if we could get that done by Thanksgiving, it actually works for Thanksgiving. The thing that no one knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
It actually really does. Like the boat.
Yep.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, no one knows what Thanksgiving boat means, and I want to leave it like that.
Yeah,
Let's move right into web dropping.
Little teaser. Let's go web droppings.
2.0.
All right, now I'm gonna be the one who chimes in here and says we are doing a Christmas episode.
Yes.
We're doing this on purpose.
Sorry, we were doing a "It's too fucking early for Christmas" episode.
Yes. And I wrote these show notes, and I did this for one singular reason. When I drive down the street I live on, and I hit the main intersection to head into town, there is a house directly across from where I have to park and be at the stop sign. And it is decked out with Christmas lights, and it has been decked out since the day after Halloween, and it did not decorate for Halloween.
See, that's the thing. You can forgive if people
they're too early, but they didn't. Yeah, you gotta do the Halloween
again. If they went all out for Halloween, and you're like, okay, you know what? You love the holidays. At least you did it. Like, but if you're blank, nothing for Halloween, and then it's all fucking Christmas, fuck you. Egg that place, burn it down.
Yep, that's how I feel.
They piss wife and fucking kids in front of the father, chop their fucking heads off, put them down in the basement, and just be like, you motherfuckers. Actually, don't do that. Lost at Home podcast would like to say, do not chop the heads off of children. But
is your husband's name Yule? Because he's kind of a log now. No arms, no legs.
Yep.
Roll him down the stairs.
Yeah,
there goes Yule.
I will admit it was a little trek to get to that joke, but
it was. All right, but we are doing Christmas stories because they're pertinent. They're coming in. It did not have to look very hard after finding the first one to find a couple more.
It used to be Christmas was after Thanksgiving. Now people are like, fuck Thanksgiving.
Well, it used to be Black Friday was after Thanksgiving. People thought about shopping only.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like literally the second Thanksgiving happened, it was Black Friday, which was like, the beginning of Christmas season. Now it's like the second Halloween's done, November 1st, Christmas season on.
Yep.
And whatever. It's fine, but whatever. Because honestly, there's nothing for Thanksgiving.
Walmart's kind of to blame too for that. Like literally, the Halloween section was down the day after Halloween, which is fine.
Yeah,
they don't need to buy costumes anymore. Course, but it was Christmas instantly.
Yes, I mean, and I understand why. It's a very commercialized holiday. And
there's no Thanksgiving. Really, think about it. There's no Thanksgiving aisle.
Yeah. Because they used to probably try some of that, like, hey, you like turkeys? No.
Just lots of cleavers and chopping blocks.
Yeah. Want to murder your family or make a turkey? Okie dokie. We got you covered.
Basters. Lots of basters.
Want to chop a man named Yule? Arms and legs up so you can make a joke about him being a log and rolling him down the stairs? We got you covered.
I knew that was going to come back again. But yeah, I
appreciated the effort.
My hatred of the fact that they put up their Christmas lights, number one, so early, number two, didn't celebrate Halloween at all, and I have to see it every day when I leave my house. Bugs the shit out of me. So I had Christmas on the brain, and then when I started looking for stories, I found some good stories. I think.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did we actually cover any of the Big Bird story? Or did we just make Big Bird comments on covered the story, did we?
We talked about Bill Burr and got so sidetracked that we...
Big Bird was a communist. We didn't actually finish the story.
Anyway, how about this? We don't need to cover it.
We don't.
Let us say the Lost No Podcast stance is that Big Bird is not a communist.
It's not.
He is pro-vax and always has been because kids are scared of needles, and every time a kid gets a rubella, measles, mumps, etc., he comes on TV and says, it's good for you, it'll keep you alive, don't be scared, little Bobby.
Yeah.
He did it again for COVID. That's it.
Yeah.
It really wasn't groundbreaking what he did.
Communist, yeah.
I mean, if you go through, you can play episode after episode where Big Bird's like, needles are fun.
Come on, kids. Yeah, tie them off real good if you're... Yeah, you got the nods? Get a friend to help.
I like that we both have a Big Bird voice that has nothing to do with Big Bird.
Yeah, it's not at all.
We're not even trying.
Oh, man, but Bill Bird.
I want people to know we're not trying to do a Big Bird voice. Like, people at home are like, wow, they suck at that.
didn't even think about doing a Big Bird voice.
No, we both were doing a voice, though.
Whatever first cartoony fucking puppet
I know,
voice.
we both did a voice, but it was not Big Bird.
Nope.
It was not meant to be Big
No,
Bird.
it was not. So stop writing in. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to point out we didn't get past the Bill Bird.
No, we didn't get past... Big Bird's a communist.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so,
All right,
let's move on to Christmas stories.
Yes.
The first one we have here is Judge bans Elf on the Shelf. We've had many stories about Elf on the Shelf in past episodes. I think the most notable one and most critical one was the story that basically poised Elf on the Shelf as a desensitizing object for children to be desensitized to surveillance.
Right. Like so, it's an anti-privacy.
It's an analog to CCTV.
Yeah.
Where a kid goes, I'm being watched at all times. By
It's
who?
okay.
The elf. What happens if I'm not good? I don't get presents. Like, it's basically a punishment reward system based on being watched.
Yes.
Elf on the Shelf is terrible.
Big Brother. Yeah.
I didn't do it to my kids.
I didn't even know it existed until we covered it on the show years ago because I didn't grow up with it because
I had kids and they were of the age where that existed. I did not buy one. Did not bring it in the house.
Nope.
It is wrong and bad.
I just
against Elf on
I
the
just
Shelf.
trained a VHS camcorder on them at all times instead.
Yeah, I figured it would confuse them with all the other cameras. Wait, should I be good in front of that pointing to a corner in the ceiling with a very obvious camera?
Yeah.
Or that to an elf with a gored out eye with a very obvious camera?
Making noise. And like you can actually hear you like breathing behind it because you forgot to turn. Go to bed. Okay.
So, Elf on the Shelf, as any past listener knows, we are against. We've done stories on, but this story is a smaller story. It's about a judge that has decided to ban Elf on the Shelf during the holiday season in the area he lives, the jurisdiction his voice has sway over.
So I've got to maybe because
This is Georgia, by the way.
Does this mean
Georgia.
Does this mean that like it is
That was
illegal?
about as southern as that. Yours was Big Bird.
I'm about as southern as you are, Big Bird. I say. Well, golly, I am Big Bird after all. I say, I'm Big Bird.
You know how Big Bird runs off. He goes.
I'm Big Bird. I think that's a Big Bird. Okay. Anyway, so what I was going to ask is, does this mean like it's what? I mean, it can't be illegal to buy one. It can't be. You can't.
The judge has banned Elf on the Shelf from appearing this holiday season in the jurisdiction he has control of.
But like in private residence, you can't do that.
He said he did this as a gift to tired parents. In the order, Leonard wrote that elves are
so
a
it's probably
distraction.
not enforceable, but like technically the parents can say, "Oh, it's illegal." So
It's
we
like
can't do
sodomy in southern states.
it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the order, Leonard...
Illegal, but everybody does it.
Yeah, the elves on the shelves are just like sodomy in southern states. In the order, Leonard wrote that elves are a distraction to school students and a risk to emotional health and well-being of children.
That's true.
Wow,
Georgia got one right.
Yep. Whenever the elves do not move, it leaves our children of tender years in states of extreme emotional stress, the order reads.
Why aren't you reading it like the Southern judge that you are?
I will clarify what he means by that. Why, when it doesn't move, it causes kids stress. Okay. The Judge Leonard shared a personal memory of his for the reason for the banishment of the elves from his
this is a
jurisdiction.
personal story. That's why.
Yes.
This is a lifelong grudge. He is finally... The only reason he became a judge was for a judge grudge against the elf on the shelf.
Do you have the story open?
I do.
Do you want to read the undersigned in Southern...
The Tide of Living? That then?
Where it says the undersigned.
Oh, I do. The undersigned... Okay. The undersigned recalled a horrific incident in his own home where 3 children were sent to school in tears, with one child being labeled an elf murderer and accused of making the elf lose his magic.
Yeah, this is
that's a good chicken. Good chicken wing. What's that? Oh, my name is Judge Rob Leonard, and I do not like the Negroes.
Possibly. But
I'm from Georgia. It's clear that I do not.
The writer of this article isn't very clear on why that was a statement to be made, but I can extrapolate out from Elves on the Shelves. The parents are supposed to move it every night and put it in weird positions. And in this case, in his childhood, the elf was ignored and didn't move.
Yeah,
so
the parents were lazy. Parents
were lazy, so the kids went to school picking on each other, saying you killed the elf.
Yeah. Or just like, oh no, maybe maybe the elf doesn't have to move. Tired of living an elf on the shelf tyranny. I'm not looking forward to elf forgetting to move and cause your kids emotional distress. I'm a public servant and will take the heat for you. My gift to tired parents. P.S. If you love your elf, keep your elf. No contempts. I do not like the Negroes. I added that last part.
I like that it's basically Foghorn Leghorn, Clog wearing Leghorn. What the fuck was his name? The rooster.
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Foghorn.
Was it Foghorn?
Foghorn Leghorn was
and the judge from My Cousin Vinny.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
he's a little bit of both.
Oh yeah,
it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, there you go. Also, that's my Big Bird impression. Well, I will say I am Big Bird, and I do not like the Negroes.
I think
yellow fever is the only thing for me, Mr. Big Bird.
I want a sequel to Elf with Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Where we get an elf on the shelf
but it's
that
him.
comes alive.
Yes.
So you pick an actor, Martin Short or somebody, and he's been banned in southern areas because of a thing like this. And you have like the My Cousin Vinny judge, who's probably way dead, but you get a guy just like him, and you do My Cousin Vinny, but with Elf, like a mashup.
So I actually think we already promised out going out on one song, but I'm going to change it, and I'm going to go out on the even though. Again, we'll probably play this again at Christmas. I'm going to go out on the entire skit of Santa Don't Like the Poor because because remember I actually have the elf from what is it, Rudolph or whatever?
Yeah, from Rudolph.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm the original elf on the shelf. Sometimes you'll find me playing with myself. That guy.
Yeah.
So we'll go out on that today.
Now I can see an Elf meets My Cousin Vinny mashup over a court case about Elf on the Shelf where he's trying to defend a fellow elf. But then you find out Elf on the Shelf is terrible. Like, number one, he's a CIA plant. Like, he's observing you. You know, he's taking notes. He's reporting back to the FBI, the CIA, NSA, all of them. All of them. And, like, he tries defending him, and he looks super sweet and cute at first, but then you find out the dark side of him.
I like that. I would actually watch that. That's a legit movie.
Yep, that is a legit movie. Martin Short comes to mind, even though I'm watching that the murderers in the building.
Yeah.
He's great in it, but he's old. We need someone younger who's like him.
I mean, he hasn't lost much, but yes, we want to be ageist.
I just want someone from SNL's newer cast who could possibly do it. Be him.
Bill Hader. There we go. Not the newest, but like he is fucking hilarious. He's probably the
Bill Hader as Stefan as Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty cool. I'd watch that, yeah. Bill Hader is probably, seriously, probably the funniest person to come out of SNL since...
Post-Will Ferrell era.
I would say
Andy Samberg, too.
I personally think Bill Hader is funnier than both those guys combined.
Andy Samberg.
I would say he's funnier than... As a straight comedian, funnier than... than that. I would say Andy Samberg in Lonely Island, that musical stuff is amazing, but... Bill Hader as a pure character actor, it just like he's probably the funniest since freaking the Dana Carvey days, I would say.
Darrel Hammond.
Who now?
No,
Darrel Hammond's dead. Darrel Hammond's alive.
No, he isn't.
What? No, you're talking about Phil Hartman.
Both of them. Aren't they both dead? I thought Darrel Hammond was dead.
Darrel Hammond's was on SNL.
Are you sure? Would you bet something on it?
He was on.
No, stop touching your computer.
He played Trump. He played Trump not long ago. Yes, I would absolutely bet.
How long ago?
I don't know. Last year.
Cool. Is he alive now?
He was like 50. Okay, hold on. How many times on the show have we had to Google "is blank alive"?
We've done it a lot of
Darrel Hammond.
Is Darrel Hammond alive? No.
Is Darrel Hammond alive?
Ask Darrel Hammond. A tweet by Darrel Hammond.
Where is Darrel Hammond today? Dead. No. After his 14-year run at SNL, Darrel Hammond finally retired from his role as a repertory player in 2014, and he died shortly after.
Yeah?
No, I don't think so. I think he's fine. I can't tell, honestly. I don't know. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I can't tell.
Hold on. Sarah
said the corner with Darrel Hammond. Is he alive or dead? I can't tell.
Years active, 1980 to present. Term, 2014 to incumbent. And Year of death 14 years ago. No, he's fine. He's fine. He is. He's only 66 years old.
And alive.
He wouldn't be 66 years old if he was dead.
Hey, Elvis Presley's easily 100 years old right now and dead.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess everybody stays old, right? They age. Everybody ages.
Don't give me this win. I don't deserve it.
No, you're right. Everybody ages. Everybody ages.
I really thought Darrel Hammond was dead.
No, Phil Hartman was dead. Phil Hartman
Well,
was
I
shot.
know Phil Hartman was dead.
Why did you think Darrel Hammond was dead?
Because other people can die besides Phil Hartman.
No, they can't.
Just because Phil Hartman died doesn't mean Darrel Hammond's immortal. That's what I'm saying.
What made you you're like, oh, that guy's definitely, because you were like, want to put money on it? Like,
yeah,
you were pretty sure. I was like, no, you were thinking of Phil Hartman.
Okay.
It starts with an H.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I haven't seen that Phil Hartman show that came on last year or this month because he hasn't done anything.
Well, because Phil Hartman's dead. Yeah.
Oh, Darrel Hammond. Sorry.
You are getting them mixed up.
Shit, before I get any worse here. All right, next story. I think our content is basically a mashup of Elf and My Cousin Vinny.
I think that's good.
With Elf on the Shelf on trial?
Yeah, played by Stefan Bill Hader. Yeah.
Yes. I think Elf on the Shelf on trial makes
Darrel
a lot
Hammond.
of sense considering all the controversy around him and the fact that it would work.
Yeah. Hey, what's Phil Hartman doing these days? Oh, we're going back to Rudy Giuliani now.
Dead.
Oh, that's right. He's dead? Well, I thought Darrel Hammond died. Uh-oh. Whose grave have I been leaving flowers at?
It's a random dude named Phil Hartman.
Yeah. Darrel Hartman? Oh, no.
Daryl Hannah. Is she alive?
From Harold and Barbera? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Rudy, you done it again. You stepped in it this time.
Speaking of Daryl Hannah, have you watched Splash on Disney Plus?
No, but I remember that movie.
I just want to see the cut where her butt showed and they don't show it now. I want to see how that cut happens. That's it. I want to fire it up, just watch it to that point, and see how they cut it. Okay. I bet you literally, as you see her feet, because she walks in the frame, they just cut at her feet.
I have the original,
which is going to be weird.
I have the
do you have a VHS?
No, but I have the Swamp Thing DVD that was released for only about a month. With but it has the woman.
Isn't she in it?
I don't think. No, I can't remember her name, but the
it's a famous woman.
Yeah, and so
I think she's an actress.
she may have acted at least one thing. I think her name, Damon Harold. No, but so she showed her Adrian
Barbeau.
Maybe something like that. She showed her big old boobies, but the version that was released was a PG version. So for about a month, they accidentally released the unrated version with the boobs. So
is that what you have?
They issued a recall, and I was working at a CD store at the time, so I bought all the copies that they had.
Coconuts. He worked at Coconuts.
I worked at Coconuts. And
you're not naming it like they'll sue you. Well, they're so gone.
Oh yes. I was just afraid there's a statute of limitations on buying stuff that's been recalled.
There's a statute of limitations of under a decade for rape and murder. I think you're okay for stealing a DVD
copyright
from a dead
years.
Company.
I didn't steal it, but I bought it
it jumped into my bag. I didn't steal it.
No. So we got the recall notice, but I bought them that same day because they had to be shipped back the next day. So I bought them all the same day. And I sold two of them online for $50-$60. I bought them for $8 a piece, and I kept one. So yeah, that's a classic collector's edition where you see the boobies, even though it's rated PG on Swamp Thing. Also, shout out to Swamp Thing.
My wife is pretty sure she had you as her cashier at Coconuts back when you worked there, because she used to go there all the time.
Yeah. Did I just draw tits on the money? Because that was my signature.
The exact time you were working there, and I know that time frame, she went there.
Yeah, I mean, I was there for a while, yeah.
Yep. So you met my wife before I did.
Cool. That's cool. Cool.
It's pretty weird. Pretty weird. Especially because it was in a different state.
Yeah.
It was a completely different state.
Because you're talking about my early years of when in New Hampshire. Man.
Yeah, New Hampshire.
Yeah. Okay, so you're talking so I was only 18, so she was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, she was probably 10 years old going in and buying Little Mermaid VHSs.
And she wouldn't fucking date me.
But you probably rang her and her mom up.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, next story.
Guaranteed. I was there all the time.
Yeah, you were.
That's right.
Police warn of arrests for early Christmas decorating.
So your neighbor or whatever, the person in your
Well,
town.
this is very specific to one area. This is in North Ridgeville, Ohio. And this was a message sent out by the local police on, Halloween night.
Probably about as legal as the fucking Elf on the Shelf bullshit. So
I think these are more people having fun with the holidays.
Yes, right.
But it's still news, so we can report it. One police department is warning residents to think twice about skipping over Thanksgiving and putting up Christmas decorations too early. The North Ridgeville, Ohio police posted the note of caution to residents on its Facebook page Sunday as part of a Halloween message before the sun went down.
okay.
My page just reloaded because an ad decided to pop up in the middle of what I was reading. Thanks.
Darrel Hammond, still
Fox
alive.
13.
Still alive at 66. Golden age of 66, folks.
Quote, also, based on social media posts that we've seen, we feel it is incumbent upon us to point out that regardless of what you read, Christmas season does not start Monday, which is the day after Thanksgiving or Halloween this past year.
Yes.
Police warn that charges of disorderly conduct would be issued if they see Halloween... Christmas decorations put up on Monday. Even more ominous, they claimed aggravated riot charges would be considered if an entire street got a head start on the Yuletide spirit. It's great to have a segment of our judicial system, the policing forces, making jokes about fake aggravated riot charges 1 year after they used them like condoms during the BLM riots.
Yeah.
Protests.
Yes.
Sorry, I was speaking in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. That's right, yeah. I believe what you meant to say is speaking of how.
Yeah, anytime there was a gathering of Black Lives Matter protests last year, they would just be like, it's a, what was the term again? An aggravated riot.
Yes.
When they were just walking down the street with signs.
Yeah.
Because you can't shoot them when they're actually using their First Amendment.
But the insurrection
right.
was just a little kerfuffle.
Yeah.
The people who actually just stormed the Capitol
people
building,
who attempted a coup.
smeared shit on the walls,
Erected
and
gallows.
murdered a cop.
Walked through the halls,
Yeah.
literally saying, hang Mike Pence,
Yeah.
with gallows outside ready to do it.
What's the problem? False flag Antifa Negroes don't exist.
We're either going to gain listeners or lose listeners, but I almost wish they grabbed one politician and hung him. Because we wouldn't have this wishy-washy. It was a
We would.
It was
you kidding?
a walk
You,
through.
no. You kidding? They would have
If
just
they
been,
hung, if they literally hung Mike Pence,
Antifa.
First of all,
They would've-
no
it-
loss
it
for
would've
anyone
been-
if we lost Mike Pence.
It would have been Antifa. They would have been like a false flag Antifa bullshit.
But they can't be like, it was a tourist trip. They got a tour. But like, I want to go to that tour where you get to hang a politician. At the end of the tour, you get to pick out a politician and hang him.
You just one of them hanging tours? Like, you got your own nooses?
You gotta throw that noose in the garbage. We only allow the ones bought in the gift shop.
$60 for a noose? Oh, it's gonna be expensive to hang Mike Pence. I don't want him anymore because I'm poor. Oh God. Okay. Anyway.
But I'm not kidding. I guess this is my new content.
Yes.
I almost wish January 6th went a little teeny weensy bit worse, just so that a more bigger majority would take it seriously. And I'm not I'm not kidding. The idea that
more bigger to majority.
the fact that people will like fucking wank over their Facebook posts on 9/11 being like 9/11, like, and then January 6th is going to come around this year, and you're going to see probably a few liberals going like don't forget
always
January 6th.
Yeah, but like otherwise it's going to be like Republicans be like January 6th, always forget.
Oh, there's going to be like memes from Republicans being like, it's the date, it's the anniversary of the most famous Capitol tour ever.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Trump tour.
Yeah, it's going to be some bullshit like that, when it should be everyone, like including Republicans, should be posting pictures of them taking down the American flag, for instance.
Putting up fucking
putting
Nazi
up a Trump
flags.
flag.
You know,
which
there's
is
literally
basically
a Nazi flag like hung next to a Trump flag.
They walked a Confederate flag through the Capitol for the first time since the Civil War.
Yep. Yeah.
No one's done that since the Civil War. I think they fucking killed that person. They killed him.
Yeah, because they
treason.
literally fought against the United States. Yeah. But hey. Anyway, if we lose listeners from that, that's fine. We usually don't get
I don't care. If you're listening to the show and you don't agree with us on 1-6, fuck off.
So one of the things we have not...
Wow, the show changed dramatically in the last minute.
I will say one of the things we have not done yet for Empty Promises that I totally forgot about until I looked through some Empty Promises is the activity book, the January 6th activity book.
I kept it in my brain, though.
We need to make that by January 6th of next year. So
this coming year.
Yes, this coming year. Yes, next year.
2 months.
Which is next year, yes.
Less than 2
2021, 2022, yes.
Really an easy make, too. Doesn't need to be big.
No, but we were talking about it before.
Printable. Basically, it's a printable PDF. That's all we're making.
Yep. And like you were gonna like work in a maze, like and
Maze is easy. Words, all this shit's easy. That's why people. That's why people are employed to make them.
yeah. Oh
Those people must have the easiest jobs on earth.
I bet we could actually outsource it to like 5.
What do you do? Have you ever been to a Denny's?
Yeah, I'm the
You
Matt.
own Denny's?
No, I'm the Matt guy.
Worst blind date ever. So what do you do for work? You ever been to a Denny's? You own Denny's? No.
I'm the
you
Matt
manage
guy.
a Denny's? No. You ever been with a kid? I don't know where this is going.
I don't think children are allowed in Denny's. During the day they are.
Wait, children aren't allowed in Denny's at night?
They shouldn't be. Believe me. I've been in Denny's after 2 a.m., which is it's a Waffle House. It's a drunk den. I've dropped my pants.
Any food
in
place
a Denny's.
open past 11 p.m. is a drunk den.
Yes. So I would say
And if
after
you bring your kids to any food establishment after 11 p.m.,
it means they're your DD. Is what the reason. The reason you were like, yo, Brian, I need to go to Denny's and the fucking breathalyzer won't let me in the car. Want to breathe in that and go ahead and drive Daddy to Denny's? We can get a moon over my hammy and I'll let you play with Johnny B's mazes. You know Johnny B, the guy that designs the mazes. That's the guy's name.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't know him.
No, I just named your character.
Yeah, my character.
Yeah,
I
you know
the
the guy.
My notes back
Wait
up
a minute.
again.
So you don't manage at Denny's?
All right, so that was actually the whole story, and we don't have a lot of time, so I want to rush into the next one.
Blast the next one.
So Santa, a very specific one here.
This is actually similar to the
Can't
Big
be
Bird.
Santa this year.
Yeah, it's similar to the Big Bird story.
He's not
story in a way,
vaccinated,
yeah.
and because of that, he lost his job. He's refusing the COVID vaccine, specifically not on anti-vax statements or any weird right-wing bullshit.
Because he's 300 years old.
He's had bad interactions with previous vaccinations and shots, and he basically is scared of what's going to happen to him. And it's an honest thing, but it did make Newsweek as a headline because this is Santa season. And here, we'll go into the story. A Florida man who works at a department store as a Santa Claus says he lost his job because he has not been vaccinated. The man identified as Santa Ron, I love it, said he was supposed to appear at Breakfast with Santa event at Nordstrom's in Jacksonville's St. John's Town Center for 2 days in December, but has been disqualified from the position because of his anti-vax or non-vaccinated status.
Yeah, he's not anti-vax, but he's
the whole event is a vaccinated event. You cannot get in with your children or
good
yourself.
for them. And that is the least Florida thing I've ever heard, honestly.
Yep. So very much kudos to
DeSantis
them.
must fucking hate that. DeSantis? Oh, DeSanta. Oh my God. DeSanta. Ron DeSanta? Ron DeSanta.
Yep.
He takes Santas away.
Yep.
Okay.
There's
something
and
there.
this is Santa Ron. Ron D. Santa Ron D. Santa D. Santa's Santa Ron.
Newsweek, do your job and write a proper fucking headline.
That right? I think I just nailed it.
Yes, I think you got it.
Ron D. Santa D. Santa Ron.
Yes. I like
it.
That's new content right there.
All right. There's really not a lot else to say about that, which is perfect for us opening up into the next story.
I actually just want to read his one quote here.
You can have his one quote, but then we're jumping into the last story of the show.
I was really looking forward to it, you know. I love the kids.
Man, if Santa was here,
I love the kids.
If Santa was actually here, he'd be upset about your mockery.
Did I just do that?
No, you're very lucky he didn't show up this week.
Oh,
you're
God,
very lucky.
Fuck, he's gonna.
He wrote me and he said he was thinking about it.
He's gonna show up in these next weeks, and I need to know which week it is, so I don't.
I don't think he ever tells you.
I want to not show up for that show,
never,
even though this is recorded in my living room.
It could have been this show. He just never tells you, and you're, I guess, lucky he decided not to spring up this week.
Oh, I'm so lucky for that. Okay, go to the next story. What did I just...
Santa... Oh, no, don't worry. You're not summoning him. He's well aware we've started the Santa stories. He was almost here.
I know. I just reminded myself that he
texted
exists,
me.
and it just really depressed me.
A Santa shortage could make it harder for kids to get a sit-down with St. Nick. More like a sit-on.
St. Dick.
Sit on St. Dick.
Man,
I mean,
we're killing it with the new content.
There's a porn club that definitely has something like that going on.
Yeah.
So essentially, because of COVID-19, there is a shortage of Santas. There's a shortage of elderly people willing to have unvaccinated children sit on their laps and cough on them, and a shortage of vaccinated Santas for vaccinated events.
Yeah, even people with all the boosters in the world, like, it's not like, you know, you and I are pretty much on the same boat as treating.
I need a booster.
I do need a booster, but
I haven't had my booster yet.
I will say, even after I get my booster, I'm treating this winter just like it was 2 winters ago. Like, I'm literally treating it like it was March 2020.
Yeah,
like,
no, there's no difference. And we live in Vermont, where cases are exponentially higher.
We actually have the
highest
highest number. Granted, we also increased the percentage of cases has been about the same. We increased the testing, which is great, but it also made the case number. It showed us the real numbers, essentially. It realized that we've actually been much worse off because we've now increased our rate of testing.
I said this at the beginning when everyone's like, look at Vermont, no COVID cases, we're really insulated, we're doing great. And I'm like, it's like the flu. Do you know anyone you've ever met in your entire life who's never caught the flu once?
Yeah.
Like, just because we have the low, like, say 5% of all Vermonters at the beginning got COVID, that means 95% of them are going to get it eventually.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, you're not escaping it. No one's going to escape it.
Well, and I will say, like, you know, the one thing about our state, you know, we don't release the
bees.
What are the breakthrough cases? We don't release the bees. We don't. Hey, Vermont. It just says, "Hey, welcome to Vermont." We don't release the bees. I don't even need to finish. Actually, that's perfect. Welcome to Vermont. We don't release the bees.
Honey, what does that mean?
There's a man winking on the side. Does that mean they're gonna release the bees?
Just a couple coming into the state. Honey, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Should we turn around? Oh, there's definitely some tire strips back there. We can't.
One-way tire strips, the ones you can drive over, but you can't drive back over.
Yeah. Okay, we don't release the bees. I don't even have to finish my thought. I like that. Okay.
The whole basic story here says that this year, because of COVID being what people are considering over, which I still find moronic because we're still in the throes of it, because of last year's lack of Santas because of COVID, there is now a 121% increase in requests for Santas this year compared to last year. And there are 15% fewer Santa professionals.
You were doing very serious air quotes there.
Oh, I love that they say Santa professionals.
Non-rapists who just
it's
apply.
A seasonal job for creepy dudes.
Fat bearded guy. I could.
You don't need to be fat to be Santa.
I could make it. I'm probably. I could. You know, I'm not quite beefy, but I could definitely put a little bit of padding on. I got my white beard on right now. I could be a Santa.
I could dress up and hold kids.
Yeah, I could just do one or the other.
Oh, I get paid if I do both?
Holy shit, cha-ching, jackpot.
It's like a cartoon where you get $2 eyeballs and then a dick, a big boner with a $sign at the end of it too.
You would just jizz money, yeah, just coins at the end of it. All right, yeah.
You do the sidewards foot circle Homer style,
yes,
with your dick out shooting dollar signs dressed as Santa. Yes.
So no, we are going to retract our offer. Yeah, mostly because you have your pants down, and you're jizzing money, flopping around sideways on the carpet.
So there isn't really a whole lot more to this story except for the statistics I gave you and the fact that this year, if you go to a mall, you might not find a Santa. But also, if you're one of the kind of parents who would bring your kids to see Santa during a pandemic and say, go sit on this stranger's lap, you're a bad parent. I'm just saying it.
Yes, I would say so. Yeah.
Here, little Jimmy, who can't get vaccinated because you can't get the vaccine yet, go definitely sit on that complete stranger's lap who has no mask on because it ruined the magic.
The one jizzing fucking money signs out of his dick.
He's definitely not creepy because of his love of children and
well, that's the thing is like
they're talking and cosplay.
Well, they're talking because those are definitely two things that add up to safe man.
I want to leave my kid alone while I shop with this grown man who loves Christmas too much. Cosplay too much and kids too much.
It definitely carries a sack that could hold a child in it.
Why does his breath smell like rum? Kills the COVID.
Yeah. It smells like rum and child dick.
First of all, how do you know?
Don't ask me how I know what child dick smells like. I'm a mom. Okay?
Get lost.
Get lost. All right, kids, come on. Settle down, everybody. Settle down. You're not going to get your treat if you don't settle down. Okay, that's what I thought. So we have a special guest today, all the way from the North Pole. I hope we can give them a warm welcome. I wonder who that could be. North Pole. Is it your Uncle Billy? No, Uncle Billy lives right up the street. Is it the Easter Bunny? No, the Easter Bunny didn't come around this time of year. Oh, I know who it is. It's Santa Claus! Oh my goodness! Merry Christmas! Look at all of you lovely little children. I can't wait to spend some time with each and every one of you. Oh, and don't worry, parents. I mean that in a Santa Claus way. I'm not running for Senate in Alabama. He lost.
Well, Santa's gotta update his material a little bit. He's been so busy getting ready for Christmas. But you know the one thing I don't know? I don't know what everybody wants for Christmas. Do you all want to tell Santa Claus what you want for Christmas? Of course you do. All right, first up. Well, hello there. What's your name?
Timmy?
I see, Timmy. What do you want for Christmas?
Well, I was watching a commercial on TV, Santa, and there was a little kid in there, it's probably my age or so.
Yep.
And he didn't have no shoes, and he didn't have no clothes, and he didn't have no food, and he lived in the mud, and he had flies all around him.
I see.
I was wondering, why don't you fly over there for Christmas, and you get this kid some shoes, and you get this kid a shirt, and you get this kid a Philly cheesesteak, and you get this kid some fly spray.
Oh, well, that's actually an easy one to answer, little Timmy. And the reason is because that child is poor. And Christmas, well, it's not for poor people. See, Christmas is for people who have parents who can afford to get them things, at least the basic necessities. Do you understand, Timmy, that Christmas isn't for poor people? No, I can see by the look on your face you don't quite understand. So, hey, perhaps I can get a little help from my elves and old Rudolph here, and they can get me a little song going there, and, the train's coming into Okay, pay attention, children. Oh, Santa don't like the poor, no. Santa don't like the poor. Santa don't like the poor, no. Santa don't like the poor. If you got no money, if you ain't got a dime, no, there ain't no use for you at Christmas time.
But Santa,
Yes?
Mommy says we're poor. Does that mean I'm not gonna get a Christmas?
Oh, goodness gracious, don't be silly, child. No. Your parents are America poor. That means they're still allowed to go deep into crippling debt, which means your parents can be poor and you can still get that Nintendo Switch for Christmas. Would you like one of those? Okay then, Nintendo Switches for everybody. Santa don't like the poor, no. Santa don't like the poor. Santa don't like the poor, no. Santa don't like the poor. If you got no money, if you ain't got a dime, no, there ain't no room for you at Christmas time. And don't worry, children, being poor is totally avoidable. All you have to do is be poor, not poor, and the rest falls right into place. And of course, a good work ethic helps, like our good friends, the old elves over here.
Work. We work all day and we sing this song. It goes doodly doodly doo doo. And when we see a poor person on the street, we shit inside their mouth.
Oh, take it from these guys. They're the hardest working slaves in the business. Or what kind of day would it be if we didn't give you a special lesson from our friend Hermie, the dentist? Of course, you remember him. You want to take this, Hermie?
Why, sure. Remember me, I was gonna be a dentist. But then I lost all my teeth to addiction. Had me a taste of that crystal meth, and I haven't looked back or slept since. What happened to your teeth, I hear you ask? Some fell out and some I sold. Turns out there's people who will buy your teeth, and also some who will suck your dick for meth, like me. I'm the original elf on the shelf. Sometimes you'll find me playing with myself. But when you do, it's most likely because I'm 11 days into a bender. My daddy thinks I'm a disappointment. I bet he wishes that I was a dentist. Instead of sucking all this dick for drugs, I really let my life fall into the shitter. No.
So you see, you don't want to end up like old Hermie here, performing sexual favors for drugs behind a dumpster door. Of course you do not. Well, the way to get around that, remember to work hard, and most important of all, don't be born poor. Well, that's all the time Sandy has for today. Come on, let's go back to the North Pole, elves. Follow me.
Oh, no, Santa, there's more kids to, well, I think he's gone. All right. Merry Christmas.